The amount of quality research being conducted by recognised research institutes around the world on diet and health is massive. This is understandable, as the epidemic of chronic disease is the world's greatest health problem, causing untold personal hardship and massive costs to our health systems. There is an overriding consensus that goes beyond dispute. The microbes in our gut communicate with each other to form with our head brain real intelligence. If it senses any deficiencies, it will send out hormones which make us hungry, and if it senses we are full, it will send out other hormones to make us feel full and satisfied, so we don't overeat and get fat and sick. This works fine as long as we have the right microbes in our gut and we feed them. We get our initial gut microbes from mum at birth, and later we feed them from her breast milk, but after that it is from the food we eat. This should come from microbes which breed in the soil, then enter the plants, which we eat to regularly enhance our gut microbes. All this is well known and established wisdom of the experts and beyond debate. The implication is that we can go along to the local supermarket and load up our trolleys with fruit and vegetables. This is a trap, because while the vegetables may look fresh, they are most likely grown using synthetic fertilizers and toxic sprays, so they contain very few microbes to start with. But the real catch is that the beneficial microbes have a short life. We're talking a half-life of a day, so they will have long gone by the time we buy them. They are in a state of dynamic equilibrium, breeding and dying at a rapid rate, at least while the plant is growing, but this stops when the plant is harvested. For the lucky few who have gardens and are experts in organic garden, this is not an issue, but it is incredibly damaging for the bulk of the population. Gbiota makes no claims to be leading the charge in microbiological research, but we can read and study the research papers of the expert and make it available to benefit the community. We have developed a system where anyone, even if they live in a flat and have no gardening skills, can have fresh plants growing at home ready to be picked and eaten. Let me show you our latest system. An experienced licensed grower will produce the special soils we call Wikimix, which is teeming with beneficial microbes. This is loaded into Gbiota baskets. Nothing special here, supermarket baskets work great. The basket is seeded with a spectrum of plants. The householder loads up the base of the box with organic waste, often kitchen scraps, but grass clippings do a great job. This fits into a box, again just a regular box, but fitted with a swivel tube for draining the soil blood out of the box. We call it soil blood because it does the same job as our blood, transferring nutrients and oxygen. The swivel tube is rotated to the up position and the basket irrigated with soil blood. Later the swivel tube is rotated to the down position and the soil blood collected for the next irrigation while sucking in fresh air to the soil. The soil is breathing. Simple but effective. This simple system could have immense benefit to the community, but it needs community action. At a minimum, it needs local growers, but it also needs major community education programs. Dietitians, suitably educated themselves, should play a critical role, but that by itself won't be enough. It needs governments to run a major community education program. They have everything to benefit, as the epidemic is costing governments trillions of dollars in paying for a health system creaking under the load. We need to safeguard our democracy, where governments are sensitive to what the public thinks and act accordingly.